What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It is time to get the Griddy Cup done, and then for those who stick around, you get a bonus transfer market run through. And if you watch later, you can fast forward. I don't know when it will be because I haven't done it yet. I'm going to get these Griddy games done first. Open my 5 out of 20. Can we finally pack haul it? We have to use a gold team to do this, and then maybe we'll, if we keep packing these good players, we'll try to survive some more FC 25. Despite the horrible L1 sprint boosts and tackle backs, glitch shots, not to mention horrible, inconsistent gameplay, maybe we'll try to survive if we get Hull at 99. It's about the only player I don't have that I would want. That Yamal and Mbappe 99 packing that I got, those two players right there are pretty much the best of the best. You can't get better dribbling than Yamal. You can't get a better striker than Mbappe. I even have R9 benched. It was his 96 rated that I then evolved to a 98. So this is the squad right now. You see, pretty darn perfect. This Beckenbauer in a post, I said he's just okay on my Discord. I was wrong. He's an absolute beast. You see 99 Bale on the bench, 98 Ronaldo. That's the Evo'd Ronaldo from 96. Hemp's a beast, but this James card, this Yamal, too ridiculous in the wings. Bonmani's so good. Then, of course, you got Walsh, Pirlo. Pirlo's passing is on another level. Even with the not as good passing, like FC 26 passing is much better. But that Pirlo's absolutely broken. And, of course, you got the guy Hoyson, 6'4" or 5, I think 5. And then Joan Garcia, 6'4" or 5 keeper. Of course, that Foden left back evolved. He's pretty sick. And then, who is that? Williamson on the right, I believe. I can't remember. But she's a beast, too. They're all beasts. And good old FC totally crashed. But that's the squad. We'll restart FC. Then we'll get into the Griddy games. And then transfer market. So, none of this crap, including the frozen menus, occurred when I was playing the beta for FC 26. So, let's hope that continues. Because all that nonsense I just named, if it's comes back, even though it wasn't in the beta, that would be a tragedy. This is literally EA Sports' last chance in my books. So I'm going to use the restroom while this reloads. Then we'll get into the Griddy Cup. Look to open those 5 out of 20 99 rated players. I wanted to point out to, hopefully people realize that when I'm dropping content, I drop essentially daily content, right? And it's not for views. It's not for every video. It's not to try to break the internet. I'm a small channel. FC is actually my smallest following out of the 3 football games that I dove into this year, but it's simply the best football game, which is why I chose to commit to that game. This year was always going to be a test since FC 25 struggled so bad. It was a good year to dive into all the games and see if UFL or eFootball had a chance. And while if they had good development companies behind them, they could have actually made an impact. Unfortunately, they didn't. So why is that relevant? Well, because committing to FC means that I'm doing exactly what I set out to do when I started this channel, which was fill a niche that I don't think that doesn't really have any content creators. You have some that follow what I'm trying to do loosely, but not all the way, which is I'm trying to help players of all levels reach their full potential. Right? You have people like Nick runs the foot market who are more like play the game, entertain. People like Castro who are like comedy / playing. You have people who go tactics routes, and go more sort of coaching, like Neil guides. He has coaching, he provides tactics, but there's nobody that really dives into all the ins and outs. You have the foot market guy, I forgot his name. I don't really follow him too much, a little bit, but he only talks about the foot market stuff, really. He'll dive into some other stuff, but not much gameplay, just like leaks, new player promos. But you don't have anybody that talks about that complete day-to-day routine of being an FC player, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing with my Discord. Yes, it's $2.99 a month, but it takes a lot to cover everything. And by everything, I mean going through daily, giving everybody a routine on what to check, make sure they don't miss out on any objectives, any SBCs that are potentially available, knowing what evolutions to do, the best players to look for. Because you can go into Footbin, you can do all of this, and that's the other thing I want to teach players, because it's doable to learn everything and have a routine and not be overwhelmed, but you just got to put in the time to learn it all. And that's essentially what I'm going for with my Discord, with my channel. And I fully know that not every video, not, even the channel as a whole, especially not right away, am I going to have thousands and thousands of views. Some stuff, there's a certain amount of players that are going to already know. So, of course, they're not going to watch a video when they already, have a good grasp of what the video's about. Like, for instance, today we're going to go over the transfer market. Some of this stuff, people say, oh, I know that. But even if it's 10 people that watch the video, or let's just say 80 people watch, and it's a 59-minute video. So let's just round it up, 1 hour long video. Because I had something like this recently, so I'm using it from a real life example. Let's say like 100 people watch, but out of those 100, only 50 watched more than like just scrolling through. And out of those 50, only 20 watched the entire video. Well, that's who the video is for then. Those 20 people that watched the entire video and learned from it, that's who that was for. Let's say only 30 people watched the video in total. It's an 8-minute video and only 30 people got some out of it. Well, that's who that video is for, those 8 people. There's no money in it. It doesn't matter. The point is I'm doing this to fill in that gap of helping players get better in every aspect of the game. And that's what we're missing. The preparation part, kind of a schedule, a routine that players follow. When do you play your rivals games? When do you get them done by, so you can, there's no longer champs quals, but so you can prepare to play champs. Now there's events and tournaments. How are you going to add that in, right? Gauntlets and tournaments. Then do you ever play draft play? When do you do squad battles? Some players like doing that because there's good rewards. When do you do that? On top of that, you got to keep track of everything. There's content released daily, right? And then staying on top of your team, making sure you don't screw yourself and lose all your coins by buying the wrong players. And there's just a lot out there, and it takes organization, it takes training, no different than it does like to get better skill inside the game. And that's the niche that I'd like to cover, because for years that's where I was looking for help in, and it's very hard to find. You kind of got to piece together a puzzle of different content creators after sifting through all the bullshit content creators, because everybody's selling you a dream. I'll give you an example while I'm going in. The Team Hullet, they folded now. Team Liquid bought them out. I think it was Team Liquid, but Team Hullet, right? Very well respected pro team. Well, every one of their players would release 7 million tactics videos, but they'd use like none of the tactics they shared. They just essentially went through every formation and go, okay, here's a ton of views we can get. We'll just show them the tactics for this and this and that. And what they should have said is, hello guys, none of these are useful, but if you want to use them and just have fun, or you don't care about winning, here you go. But just know that we don't use any of these. And then nobody would have watched, of course, but it just was kind of scammy. And so you got to sift through a lot of that. So anyway, let's get into it. I just wanted to kind of give people a rundown of what this channel is all about. If you see that daily content, if you wonder like kind of what the channel is going to be going forward, it's literally going to be diving into everything EAFC to help players in every way possible, as I go on the journey with you to try to do my best. Simple as that. Griddy to Glory Cup. Here we go. We either have to win 3 or play 6. The team I have, not good by any means. Kind of a throw-together team. You'll get to see him here in a second. It's only gold players that you can use. Squad selector. And boom. See, the chemistry's not up. So that's it. That's the team I've been playing with. And so we are going to dive in now. And yes, there's a ton of teams with all the top gold cards, and it is what it is. If I lose, I lose. Not really playing this just to get wins. I'm literally playing to get through, finish the Griddy Cup, and that's it. Ranch demolition. Moment of truth. How's the delay going to be today? The halves are short enough where I don't know why people are playing golden goal. You might as well finish the games off. You're in. Alright, early 1-0. And see, no golden goal. Which I don't blame him. I messed that up. I should have just went straight to goal. Oh, what the... I should have made that 2-0 there. I made a bad decision on that dribbling. It's crazy going from 99 players though to these lower rated players. Ah, another slow-mo movement caught me again. Boom, tap in goal. Boom. Alright, should be 1 for 1 on the win here. Little tip on playing. A lot of players would have rushed that pass in. And the reason why I didn't is because I recognized that my opponent was in a bad spot. If he would have read that line and took away that passing lane, I would have fake shot, you know, and cut back and quickly passed. And then I would have tapped it in that way. And if he read the immediate pass, which is what he did, well, then my continued dribbling would have worked. So either way, the continued dribbling works there. A lot of players rush those passes, and it ends up costing them. All right, we need 2 wins or 5 games now. By the way, they have these gold, if you've probably seen it in the leaks, but there's these golden goal tournaments, right? I'm pretty sure they're going to bring them hopefully daily into FC26, and it wasn't just a beta thing. But they were fun, and they have it in eFootball once in a blue moon. That's what the problem is with eFootball, is everything's just so random. If they have those every day, golden goal tournaments with a limited number of entrances to try to get whatever rewards, man, it's so much fun. Just made me think about it, playing these games. Some players will pause if they score and want golden goal, but it's literally like 4-minute games, man. They're quick anyway. Ah, good old delay, huh? There we go. Turning what would have been a tackle into a pass. Oh my gosh. No way. I was going to say, you son of a gun. So delay is terrible here. Good ball. No, what the? How was that the aim? I pushed it to the far corner and he didn't move his keeper. Unbelievable, boys and girls. I passed that, but it didn't register my pass. Guys, when I say the gameplay is terrible, holy shit. What a goal. What a goal. Save that bad boy for a short. Your funeral, buddy. Although I can't move, so. Ah, I got too cocky. That was stupid. I should have shot it. Whoa! I love that. So that's what this game is going to be. A bunch of shit like that where it's so delayed you can't do nothing. So much bullshit. That was a tackle every day. My defender just stood there. I mean, look how my players are moving. But it is what it is. That's what you get. And now that's how you know some of these players know when they're playing with delay. Because why in the hell else would he just dribble into my defender like that? Makes no sense. What the fuck? Look at this, guys. Unbelievable. Look at this. Unbelievable, guys. It's crazy. I mean, this might be a Division 8 player, bro. I'm dead serious when I say that. Good. EA Sports should be ashamed of this dog shit game.
Oh, he's not sleeping.
Let's see what we got. Get in there. Win it. Oh my god. You're so bad, bro. Look at this. He just ran straight forward. I love that. Nice delayed pass there, huh? Oh my god, you see how long that shot took? Bro, what are you doing? Oh my god! It passed it. What the fuck was that? When was that pass from? This player is so bad, dude. I can't believe it just got rid of the ball like that for me. I wonder what it was registering. Oh, dude, I can't. EA Sports, you guys are terrible. How dare you release this game on us? Dude. What the fuck am I watching? Guys, can you believe this shit? What is this game? It's not even. It's just, see, now you guys see what I'm saying. When I was telling you earlier, those people are like, why are you playing eFootball? This is why. It's so bad. If it wasn't for... Oh my goodness. And in what world does a terrible player like this get to... Look at this shit. The passes take literally 5 seconds. Look at this. It's so bad, it's not even funny. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at my defender. Who knows where he's running to? God knows. Dude. That's why you don't quit and you play. So good for this player for playing. I've never seen delay this fucking bad. I've never seen such bad players be able to win. If this stays at all anything like this, then nobody's going to be... People might just go to eFootball and play AIF or play AI ran gameplay. That was terrible. But there's no doubt a loser like that knows that they're winning because of lag. I mean, with how bad that was. So let them enjoy it. If FC26 truly gets rid of that, based on the beta they have, then that type of player is either A, going to enjoy losing all year long, or B, they're going to quit once they realize they can't do this shit. So let's hope for the sake of the game that those type of losers are gone within the first couple weeks. You literally press shoot, and you can count to 3 before the shot goes off. That's insanity. And then you got players like that have zero skill. They get burned, and then they can recover. They pass into you, and then can get the ball because it takes you 3 seconds to pass. That's insane. No, I gotta win, dork. Why would I give a win when I need to? If I was going to give a win, I wouldn't even be playing. I'm not even going to answer him because if he gets mad, this is how you got to think. If these losers get mad and then they report you because you know you didn't give them a win. So I'm assuming this player is going to be bad. But if so, then don't even play the game. Who cares about your 99s? If you got to message people to get wins. Remember that game, last game, when I was up 1-0 and I was messing around? I could have made it 2-0 and then I goofed off and didn't finish it. And then I was like, you should finish those to ensure you get the win. That's like in this game, knowing that I'm going to be way better than the opponent, right? I'm not going to goof off this time because if I would have made that 2-0, typically rats will leave because those type of losers don't have any heart. They clearly don't try to play to get skill and win, so he's going to leave. Think about that though, bro. Why even play if you got to message people to get wins? Come on, bro. Jesus, some of these people are embarrassing. And I don't care. You talk about kids, bro. I got kids. Once you're my daughter youngest is 9. Then my middle daughter 11. Then I got a son that's 14. Bro, all three of them are mature enough to know, like, you know, they would never even do something like that. If you're playing a sport, you're competing. That's what you're doing. Like, I don't let my kids win in nothing. If we're gonna play Monopoly or Connect Four or something, well, then they gotta win. So these freaking dudes doing that's hilarious to me. Let me know what you think about that, but I think it's a joke. Why even compete in anything? The whole point is to challenge yourself to get better. That's how my dad raised me, and part of the fun growing up was challenging him, knowing like this could be the day I beat him. You know, it's the same with FC. If you're a Division 7 player, you keep playing, you learn to get better, and then as you get better, you watch yourself rise up. That's what's rewarding. Turning on the game and trying to get lag wins, trying to run into defenders, use tacklebacks, use glitches, or spam this, spam that. It's no point. You're not proving anything. All you're doing is wasting your time. You're not even playing football. It's a huge loser mentality. Put in the work and get better at the game. Dude, what the hell just happened there? Did you guys... So now you know the delay I'm working with. Did you see how long it took for that pass to go off to my player? That's the type of delay I'm trying to work through. Right? So again, some players will still just play, and others will like use that lag as a skill, right? You see what I'm saying? Look at that tackle too, the delay on that. It's insane, guys. Ah, she fucking... Oh, no way. What the fuck am I watching here, dude? Dude, what the fuck? It's supposed to go up here. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. You ain't stopping that, bro. That's called Skizzy Lizzy Lizzy Illy. Get that goal, baby. I have a feeling this is a lag ratter. We call them lag merchants. They see when their opponent's lagging and they try to exploit it. You're in. See ya. It just kept sliding over. It just kept sliding over. There's no fixing the shot. I don't know why I thought that might go through there. Such a joke, dude. Such a fucking joke. Lag rats, it's all they are, bro. Lag rat losers. Learn to defend, pussy boy. Can't wait to see when the L1 sprint's gone and they're still going for it. Look, he was going for the L1 sprint and just fucked himself. That was awesome to see. Ah, I should have pressed triangle. Thought it would go too far to the goalie. It's alright. I think that would have been a perfect through ball too if I used triangle there. Yeah, you just try to go for the L1 sprint boost with nobody around him and left the ball behind. Oh, fudge sickles. That should have been in the air. With the delay, if I put that in the air, she's through. You got to account for like 3-second delay. Go. That's what you get for counting on your AI, dumbass, and it's going to be even worse. No AI help like that in 26. That what you seen right there will happen all over the pitch. In 26, the AI marking's better, but if you don't switch your players right, then the offense, the attacker will be able to run around them like they're cones. So that's that, boys. That's how quick and easy it is. Playing against all these rat losers. Let's go open these 5 out of 20. And then I think I got one more day of that. 1725 on the objectives. What did I get to finish that season 10 weekly play? How did I get 1725? So let's see. Griddy to Glory daily play. 10 times. So rewards there. And for anybody who plays eFootball, imagine if they got these types of rewards. They'd feel like kids on Christmas if they got these types of rewards. Look at this. 5 out of 20, 99 overall. That would be like getting 107 rated players. And you get 20 options. You get to pick 5 out of 20. We'll do that in a bit. What other goodies did we get out of here that I don't know about? Preseason daily play. All right. Let's go in here. We got 2 of these bad boys. Moving right along on this. 20 times 84 plus and 84 plus times 25. So same thing, they just reverse the order. And one's 20, one's 25. So 45 of these. Whoa, no, don't spin. What? Fuck that. Hold it down, you get to claim them all. And there we go. So what level does that put me at? So I got this right here. So I'm at 19. So 21 more levels in 17 days. I could get up to 8,000 coins as you see here. I could be boosted right now up to right here. So 23. And then once I get up here, I could get another 4,000. So I'll be able to finish and get the 84 plus times 5 for early October in FC 26. That's why I'm completing that season ladder. That's why I care. All right, let's go open these rewards. We'll do the best ones last. What do I got to open? Oh, I got to do this first. All right, we'll go one at a time since I'm live right now. So they changed this. It used to just be the whole pack opens, but we'll go one at a time. First one, I got a lot of these. So see, I got Aitana Bamati already. Bale I already got. I got her already. Why does it say... Why doesn't it say already owned? I'm playing her as a cam right now. Why doesn't it say already owned? I wonder. Whatever. Already owned. It's out of 20 now instead of out of 10. Hampton, she's on my bench because I picked up whatever keeper. I forgot what keeper I have in there. Oh, yeah. The Spaniard. Joan Garcia from the Barca. James, already owned. We're going to have a lot of already owned. Come on, Hullet. Russo. I do want to try her, dude. How tall is she? Her gold card ain't worth a shit, but at 97 pace, 5'8", every good pass, or shot, finesse plus low driven, which, by the way, in 26, low driven's gone. You can low driven a finesse or regular shot or a power shot, but you won't get that extra little speed that it has. Every low driven will kind of look like that if you double tap the shoot button, what used to be essentially green timing. I might try Russo. She's one of those smaller players I was talking about. So think, oh, I got him. I got him, the 99 R9. Oh, my God, I got to switch out of my setup. Or I got to put Mbappe on the wing. Oh, my God. I got Ronaldo. That is huge. All I need is Hull it now. So I got the 96 version last time. And I evoed him to a 98. Now I got the best player in the game. And definitely the best attacker. With the 2002 World Cup hair. The best Ronaldo ever right here. With Mbappe. Holy shit. I got a whale team now, baby. Mead. She ain't replacing Yamal. Bronze. Walsh. I already got her. Come on. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I already got Yamal. He's a beast, by the way. Stanway's a beast, bro. She is an absolute monster as a true number 6. Absolute monster. She's like a Conti. Dembele's 99. Another monster. Holy crap. He can play the wings, Cam. Oh my God, I got the best. I just need some defenders, dude. I got those girls, Clinton. She can play winger too, can't she? But I'll probably put her as box to box if she can beat out my other. This women's England team, these women's cards, insane. This Nuno Mendes, insane. By the way, I think I have him playing. No? Who's my left back right now? I think I have him. I can't remember. Him, she's a beast. Come on, Hullet. All I need is Hullet. Man, Vieira would be nice too. Pirlo, I already have him. I don't know why it doesn't say it. Douillet, I have him. He's not as good as you would think. He's just okay. Beckenbauer's actually good. Come on, man. And Scott. All right, so clearly we got the boy, Ronaldo. Clearly we got to go Dembele. Clearly we got to go Stanway. And then pretty much I have everybody else that I would need, except I'm going to go more defensive. So Jill Scott is a right back. We're going to go with Nuno. And that's it. That's it. You got to love it. Holy crap, you got to love it. We got the boy, R9. And I still got all these. Maybe we'll get Hullet out of this. So these are obviously all untradeable. But if they were tradable, I'd give you guys some examples because I want to do that transfer market. I want to show you guys a transfer market info that I was going to help you with. No, it is not for players who are familiar with the game necessarily, but I guarantee there's some players that are making mistakes that have been playing the game for years and they keep making the same mistakes. So even if you've been playing, I would stay tuned and listen to the transfer market rundown. Transfer market's already full. SBCs and evolutions. I did have SBC and evolution tips, so it's only right that I go transfer market. I just realized too, there's no need to really. I remember Ratigi ended up being a beast, by the way. He's one of my favorite strikers to use this year. I packed 2 R9s this year. Unbelievable. No Hullet, no Vieira. You realize in all the other footies, even though I don't go deep into it because I typically would be playing tournaments, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll jump into tournaments. Just to play one to see. know, you can tell if it's hullet from a mile away, so. Alright. Well, plenty of fodder. So just upgraded the cards. So let's see here. So we got the squad. So I got one more day of that tournament. I'll have one more 5 times 20. So one more chance to pick up pick up Hullet. I'd like to get Vieira too. Hullet and Vieira would be nice. And then I'll get Ronaldinho as well. Holy crap. Then it's like I gotta play tournaments, right? With this type of squad. I mean, holy crap. Which wing can Mbappe play? Both of them? Just left wing, okay. Boom. Sorry, James. You actually have to go to the bench, girl. Bale, you are actually going... Oh my god. The menus suck too with the delay. R9. No need for any play styles. Yamal. So that's that. Let's see if Itani's the best. But you see, I still did have her there. Oh, I think that was an Evo one. It is. I forgot what play style. James Ronaldinho's 97. I'll soon have the 99 there. So she is the best cam that I can use. CDM, is Walsh the best? Yeah, Walsh and Stanway. We'll go Stanway here. And for deep line playmaker, we'll go Walsh. Tiki-taka. So one more pass, ping, pass, ping, pass. Tiki-taka. Incisive pass in. Intercept. Intercept and anticipate. Good. Williamson, is she my best option for right back? Let's see. Williamson or Scott? Looks like Scott. Beckenbauer. These two are the best still center back wise. The lone non-99, unless I put Williamson back there. I think I'm going to. Williamson. I'm going to just try her out with Beckenbauer. I mean, look at her strength. Everything's huge. She's 5'7", so it'd be kind of like a Cordoba or a Cannavaro. And now, Nuno Mendes. Foden was a beast, but now Nuno Mendes. So now I truly have a full... No, I don't. I don't have the full 99 team unless I get a 99 keeper. I'd have to play Hampton. I'm going to do it just for the 99 keeper. We got to get the full 99 squad going, you know? 99, 99, 99, 99. 190. We'll go Barcola. There we go. Let's get really savage with it and see if we can go all reserves. And I got 5 more 99s coming tomorrow, too. Bale. Pirlo. Puteas deserves to be there. Her 98. And then we'll go Rooney because he's my favorite player ever. So there you go. Damn, I really want... Oh, Dembele's over... Dembele over at Aitana Bamati. He has the through ball ability. So let's go. We got to get one game in with this squad, right? All right, let's see what tournaments we got right now. Any tournaments? Any tournaments? EA Sports, Ultimate Team, Kickoff Cup, Ultimate Team Cup. What time? PSN Avatar. No more coins. It's only the PSN Avatar. What's up, baby girl?
What's up?
Not much. Just live. Got the best team ever. Only the Avatar now.
Daddy.
Yeah, babe.
So I've been watching some WrestleMania.
Nice.
And so Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, she's a beast.
Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley and what's her name again? Io.
Yeah. We'll go. I'll get tickets to one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I swear, I'll look it up.
Can you
We'll
get
go.
tickets to one when
I don't know who. They don't show you who's coming, but I'll try. I'll get to this next one that comes here.
Yeah, Liv Morgan is trying to steal Dominic. Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like now Liv and Dominic and Rhea are like all fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I'll check out the tickets. I love
I've been watching it all day.
Nice.
Io, Rhea
After
Ripley.
swimming, are you so tired from swimming, or are
Listen.
you good now?
I'm good, but listen. Io, Rhea Ripley, and what's her name again? It's the one, I forgot her name. It's the one with, Chelsea? No, not her.
Yeah.
The one with,
All right, guys, I'm going to get one game
a
with all these guys.
W.
I'm listening.
and she has brown hair.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll check out tickets. Good job.
What's this thing for?
That's the thing that I stream from. It's called OBS.
Wait, don't talk.
Yeah, no, that's the microphone. It shows me.
Does it go high?
Yeah, look. Pretty cool, huh?
Daddy, we're making dinner now.
Let me know when it's done. My daughter's the best. Why is it so long to find an opponent? How is this possible? What the hell? Guess that's how a few players are playing rivals, huh? That's insane. I've never seen nothing like this before. Might just go straight to the transfer market. I've never ever had this happen in FC history. That shows you how bad FC 25 is. Never in history, no matter when it is, there's always people playing. There's always the ability to get a game. That's crazy to me. That's insanity, boys. That's insanity. No way. This is crazy. Come on, give me one game with R9. I still have to get to daily games then. Oh no, those will be done. And I may not get to use these guys. I can't believe they're not giving up points anymore in PlayStation tournaments. Guess it makes sense though. Got it. Alright, now it's probably going to be laggy like crazy and terrible, but whatever. We'll try. Let's see what we can get here. There it is, R9. Mbappe, imagine this locker room. Holy shit. The skill in there is unbearable. What the fudge? Ho, ho, ho. Whoa. Come on, Nuno. You're in. You're in. Oh. Wow, that delay there was crazy. Nice try, punk. Terrible ball. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Good. Good ball. The hell? Ronaldo missed the ball. Oh my God. Good. What? It goes to the wrong player and then fucking delays, so I couldn't get him. He was clean through. What are all these flicks? Or is that like a new glitch that I don't know about, probably? You're in! Oh my God, dude. You can't take a shot because it fucking delays so long. Or at least not from an angle. The trash can this game belongs in is insane, guys. He's got my card, my hullet. I want that hullet. I should have pulled top and cut to the middle, but dude, when there's 3-second delay, you don't want to go anywhere near the defender. That's what I should have done there. I can't really use Ronaldo how I should. But I know, like, you guys watching, it's hard to see the delay. But just think about this. The aiming of that shot, it just kept carrying over. It's just insane that it shot there. Like, that's when it registered the shot. That's like literally 2-second delay. Not even exaggerating. Look at, why does he keep doing that? I guess the game. Unbelievable, bro. It's so much bullshit. Just the shit that you have to deal with this fucking game is so stupid. You're in. Thank you. Get in there. Ronaldo. I'll take credit for that, Manuel Golasso, boys. You little bitch. You're going to hit me with that. No way. He's offsides by a mile, I was going to say. Oh, my good God. Once again, delay saves them. Fuck off. Oh my god, how did that end up in the air? It ended up working out, but... Get in. Oh my goodness, you would. This dude, if there's no delay... Can't even get a shot off. Can't even get a shot off in this dog shit. I hate it, guys. Can't fucking stand it. Dude, just Scott's incredible. And now it's 1-1 because of the dog shit. Should be 3-1 right now. I should just leave this bullshit game. So much dog shit that you have to deal with this. But then you have R999 who can play right through it, baby. That honestly is fair. I hate that cheese usually, but in this game, where the whole fucking game is cheese, I'll take it. You're in. Oh, you know what I mean, though? You know what I mean. You see what I mean? There's 4-1 at least. Nice touch. Oh, I thought I was gonna... Oh my god, I tried to quickly do it. That was stupid of me. Get in. Dude, thank you. Sometimes you deserve luck, right? Sometimes you deserve luck. Oh, people watch later, brother. People watch later. If you go look at my channel, there's a for me, a big amount of people, but for you, it'd be a small amount of people that watch these every time later on. But yeah, thanks for jumping in. Oh, he left. Oh, that was you I just beat, wasn't it, buddy? Was that you I just whooped? Or is that somebody else? Oh, join O Gamester FC YouTube. You looked it up, got beat, came in. But yeah, probably about anywhere between 30 to 100 people will watch that big victory. Yeah. So basically, R9 is sick. The team's sick. The game sucks. You can't really move in this shit. But I got the victory. It's fun playing with those players. You can see glimpses of how good they can be. I still got to create some good manual goals, but I mean, this team is just insane. Griddy to Glory Cup. Which, by the way, the Griddy next year for 26, I get it tomorrow. Well, I'll get it for next year tomorrow. And I've decided the only time I'll use it is against rats. I'll pull the Griddy out against the rats for sure. But that's it. But yeah, this team is just ridiculously insane. I don't know, dude. I guess he was scared, bro. Guess he was scared. So as promised, the transfer market. It's very hard to play FC25 right now, but it's a good time to prepare for FC26. So in EAFC, there is always a lot going on. One of the biggest things is players getting overwhelmed, players feeling the FOMO, fear of missing out, over SBCs, objectives. New promos come out. Players jump to the transfer market, buy the players. Next thing you know, the player crashes that they bought, and they lose all their coins, right? Or they rush through their packs, they quick sell everything, and they don't realize how many coins they're losing. There's so much going on that players fail to spend time on the details. And one of the biggest places that occurs is right here in the transfer market. So, what I'm going to do for you is go over the nitty-gritty details of how to master the transfer market. It's as simple as that. Now, obviously, it's similar to school where there's like advanced courses you can take to really dive in and invest in cards and how to flip them and make coins. But the first thing you have to do is just understand the basic rules of the transfer market. So, we're going to go over six pointers that will take you from a novice on the transfer market, or if you're coming from UFL or eFootball, from a day one beginner with the transfer market to having a grasp of exactly how to use it to where you feel comfortable. And it's important. If you're brand new, you need to know how to use the transfer market so you can freaking buy a team. If you've been using the transfer market and making mistakes, it's important to learn from those mistakes so you stop losing all your coins. So, first things first, we need to know the tools. The first tool you need is Footbin. If you look here, Footbin, if you've played the game, you surely have it. If not, I'll talk to everybody as if you've never played and you don't know about Footbin. You can download it on PC, you can download it on your phone. I suggest you do both, and you can use the same account. You see here, I log in, got my email, boom. Now I'm in. That's my account. How funny is it that I have the R9 from the '02 World Cup as my picture, and I just packed this card. It was fate. Now, with that being said, you go into Footbin and you see here, as you've seen in my SBCs as well as Evolutions video, there's a ton of tools. There's even a advanced version of this you can get, a premium version you pay for each month, but I haven't found the need for it. Maybe you will, and if so, it's not that much a month. It depends on what you want to put in, how much you want to get help. If you find tools that you don't have that you need with the premium version, well, you can do that. However, everything that I've ever needed is on this basic version, free to use. So you download Footbin, PC, phone, or if you have both, download it on both. And for the transfer market in particular, you're going to want to use this Players tab. From here, you can look at popular players, any new players that came out, upgrades and downgrades, roles, trackers, play styles, player game performance, perfect chemistry. Then you can look back at old players, right? The main one that I would use is just the typical Players tab. Because within here, you can then add in filters, which if you click on here, sorry, that's the different way you can look at it, but there's filters that you can use and you can organize players accordingly, right? Now you can also go into popular players, new players. If you go to popular players during the season, you can see all the players that are pretty much at the top of the transfer market or that have a buzz. In there, you're going to get an idea. Okay, here's, which players are going to cost the most. Maybe you pack one of these players tradable, and you want to see if they're on the popular players list. That's a good thing. You probably want to hold on to them. You want to look at their price, and you want to make sure you don't sell when the card's at a low. If the player just came out, you pack them, right? Champs might be coming up. You want to wait for that. You want to make sure you get the most value. So that's why you use this. There's actually an area, and I got to find it. So if I go to players list, there used to be an area where you can search for the cheapest players, and it looks like they no longer have it for some reason. Let's look over here. Yeah, it looks like they no longer have it. But you want to utilize this. So then what you will do is you'll go into your game. And then once you go into your game, say you pack, I'll go into my club right now. And let's say I packed, let's just make it up. I packed James, okay? I'll then go into Footbin, and I'll look up James. Now, obviously, you have her brother Reese, you have Lauren. I have the 99 Lauren, so I go into there, and I'd see she's worth, on PlayStation and Xbox, 422K. If you're a PC player, she's worth 500K. Now, I don't want to just take the word for it from here. I want to see roughly what she's worth. So I'm on PlayStation, so 422K. Okay? So then I'll go back into the game, into the transfer market. What's up, Phil? Into the transfer market. I just saw that James is worth 422K. So I go in now. Lauren James. I can put in whichever card it is. Which it's that 99 Champions whatever card. There you go. I think it's this W Euro Path to Glory. It is something like that though. Let's see which one it is. Something Path to Glory, but whatever. We're not going to. We'll go like this. So then I would search, okay, and here's James. Now let's just say 422 was what it said in game, but on here the lowest card is selling. Let's just make this up, 587K. Sometimes that happens. Some player might put a Lauren James for sale way low. So you look on Footbin, you see 422K, you go to sell yours for that. Then you find out that you could have sold her for almost 200K more. Right? A little under 200K more if you would have just cross-referenced in the game. What Footbin gives you is that general idea of how much the player costs. Now, if they're a lower rated player, like at the beginning you get gold cards, they aren't those marquee gold cards. Right? And it's like, says it's for sale for 1,000 or 1,500 or 17. Well, then you don't have to cross-reference it. There's so many players that would take forever. But for all your higher-rated cards, you want to first check them on Footbin. Then after you check them on Footbin, then you want to go into the game and see whatever the lowest card is. And then you can place the player for sale. Then you can look. If there's only a couple players for sale at that low price, you can wait and see if that raises so you can make more coins. You can sell them right then and there if you're happy with the amount. Or you got to realize if you wait, the card might continue going down, and so you could lose coins. So for these marquee players, always check Footbin. Then you go on and check the game to make sure you're selling for the right amount. And then you would put them up for sale. It's as simple as that, right? How you put a player up for sale is you go into your squad. I should have some tradable players. And a lot of times you can do this on your companion app too. For me, it goes a little bit quicker. But let's just say I go in here and I don't know which one of these are tradable. It's not even worth it. But you would simply go here. If this wasn't a untradable card, I would click in and then it would tell me a price where I could set the coins at. And you simply set the coins. You can set a buy now price where if they pay that, they can buy instantly. Then you can set a minimum price that players can start the bid from. It's that simple. Then you simply put them up. You can put them up 1 hour, 6 hours, 1 day, however long you want the card up. If you want instant coins, put them up for 1 hour. If you don't mind waiting for the coins, you can put them up for a day. I strongly suggest you don't go over that 6 hours or whatever it is. Don't go at like a day, 2 days, because coins change value so much. You might put the card up and regret it and want to change that price. So if no one buys it, you can go in and change it. And you can just check on it every hour, every 6 hours, whatever you put it at. But that's all you do, is you pack cards, any tradable card. You can then decide to put them in your team, or sell them. When you want to sell them, go into Footbin, then go into the game, cross-reference it, and then you can sell it from there. Now, if you're looking at cards that you just packed, like let's say you just packed gold cards. So we'll go again into club, go all the way down. You see I have a ton of fodder. But if I go all the way down, and let's say I want to sell, let's just pretend as I'm scrolling down, I get a bunch of 85s, 84s, or some 80s, some 78s. What players will do is they'll see a pack, pretend every player on the screen I just packed. They'll quick sell all these players, okay? But when you do that, you're missing out on coins that you could have otherwise gotten if you just took the time to go through each player, right? Let's say it's Gabriel. Then go into the game, type their name in, right? You go down, there's the Gabriel that I have, the gold card, and I see he's worth $750. Now, if I quick sell that player, and I'll try to find one as I do this, that I have that's tradable. If I quick sell that player, I'm going to miss out on like 250 coins, okay? So you don't want to do that because that adds up. If I quick sell all these players instead of selling them, that's 250, 500, that's 1,000, right? 1,500, 2,000, that's 2,500 coins right there. And just, 10 players, 2,500 coins. So if you do that, add it up. Say there's 10 players and 15, then there's 5 players, whatever it is. That adds up so quick. You're going to have thousands and thousands of coins that you missed out on, all because you quick sell. Do not quick sell. Always put the players up for sale for whatever the coins are. Even if it's minimum, whatever the minimum is, it's still higher than the quick sell. A couple hundred points or coins per player is going to add up quick. So if you don't want to check the name, at the very least, if you don't want to go check to see if they're worth a little bit more, at the very least put them up for sale for the minimum you can in the game, at the very least. But the reason why, especially with the higher rated golds, or any player that you might think is popular, right? Maybe it's a super, at the beginning of the game, it's a lower rated card, but they got high speed. They're a high paced center back or someone. The reason why you typically want to go into Footbin and check, right, is because even though they're lower rated and they're typically quick sell value, those lower rated cards that are popular, they'll be worth something. So instead of selling for $550, which is still better than quick sell, right? Instead of doing that, you might be able to get 1,500 coins for the player, or 2,000 coins, right? And people will kick themselves all the time because they'll rush, they'll get rid of their players, when what they really should have done is took 2 seconds to go into Footbin, put the player's name in, and see what they're worth. If they weren't worth anything, so be it. At least you check. Now you sell them for the lowest value, and you get that, right? So real quick recap. Never quick sell cards because you're going to cut yourself short. Sell them for the lowest value possible if need be. But you should always cross-reference them in Footbin, because if they are worth more, maybe you didn't know that they were a popular card because they are the only card that goes into a certain SBC. Maybe there's a tournament or event going on where that player is being used. You never know. So you could cross-reference this thinking you get $750 for Gabriel, but then all of a sudden there's an event or tournament where he's useful, or an evolution that he can be used in, and you go search and you see he's actually 5,000 coins. So just think about that. That 2 seconds of checking saved you from losing like 4,500 coins. Instead of getting 750, you get 5,000. Minus the tax. There's always that 5% tax that EA Sports does. Whenever you sell a player, the tax is there. Whenever you quick sell a player, the tax is there. So for anybody new, that's what that means. Or that's why when the coins are, when you do these transactions and the math doesn't 100% add up, that's what's happening. 5% gets taken by EA Sports, which is another reason why you want to make sure, say you buy a player. Let's just say I just got the new Ronaldo, the best one, the 99. So let's see what he goes on sale for. I got this Ronaldo. Now I got untradeable, but let's say he was tradable. 3 million, right? A little over 3 million. Now, let's just say that I bought him for 3 mil, but then I see he's up 50K, right? Well, guess what? Once you do this amount times 0.5, or 0.05, I should say, you're going to see how much you get taxed. And what you realize is that you're not gaining 50,000 coins if you sold Ronaldo right now. If you bought him for 3 million flat, he's up 50K. You're actually going to lose a significant amount once EA Sports takes the tax away. So especially for higher value players that are worth higher amount of coins, make sure that you're aware of the 5% tax before you go and resell the player and lose your ass. You think you're gaining coins and you end up selling them and you lose coins, right? Now, as long as you know about that, there's going to be times where you just charge it to the game, you're going to lose coins. But don't make the mistake of thinking you're going to gain coins only to not value in that 5% tax, right? So Footbin is a must-have tool, right? The next thing, say you go into players and a new promo just came out. So we go players, new players. Right? And obviously it's footies right now, but let's just say these are all the new players. And you really want this Gyökeres, right? You really want this card. He's worth 714K. He's an SBC, but let's just say this was not an SBC. Let's just say that was the price in coins. You would not want to go out and buy Gyökeres if he was brand new. Like, let's say he dropped hours ago. Because what happens is players pack him. There's no other Gyökeres on the market. They know this, so they set the price themselves. You could end up spending this, if, again, ignore it's an SBC, if he was an actual for sale player, tradable player. You end up buying him for 715, you rush and get him, but then you realize several hours later that he goes down to, let's say, 400K, 300K, even 5 or 6. You don't want to spend 100K, 200K, 300K more, but it's even the same at the beginning of the year. You go out and rush and buy a starter card. You buy, let's say, I don't know, LaCroix. Very low rated center back, but he's like super fast. Let's say you buy him for 5,000 coins. You rush out and buy him. Well, within a few days, he's going to lose his value, and now you wasted 4,000 coins on him. And it's the same for all starter squad players because they're all brand new players. It's like, instead of a new promo, they're the new big thing. Everybody's going to be going for those popular names, right? Let's look up Tomori, a famous lower-rated card that everyone wants at the beginning of the year, right? He's gone down over the years in overall, but he's England International, Serie A, and Milan. Very popular, right? Even now, he's 9,700. 84 pace, 85 defense. I mean, for an 83 rated, he's a beast. But you don't want to buy players like this or any new promo players because they're going to, for new promos, you got to let their price settle. For brand new cards at the beginning of the year, you have to understand they can't go up, right? Maybe you get a card, or maybe you pack one or a new promo, you want a player, and maybe the value ends up going up further, but almost always it goes lower because the players who get them immediately try to sell them high just to get some sucker to buy them. You want to wait with new promos, and then with new, like at the beginning of the game, with these starter level cards, don't go after the most popular ones. Because what's going to happen is, as players open packs, they're going to pack the higher rated players. Then eventually a new promo is going to come out. SBCs, Team of the Weeks, all these lower rated players, no matter how popular they are, they have nowhere but down to go. So it's just a ticking time bomb until, let's say this was beginning of the year, and Tomori was on sale for 10,000 on PlayStation or Xbox. He's only going to go down. Eventually, as new cards come, as people pack the better rated, the Salibas, the Van Dijks, even the Militaos, right? Some players will put Koundé, like whoever. This Tomori is only going to go. Next thing you know, you spend 10,000, you play a week or two with him, and then he's down to 4,000. And that's going to be the same across the board with these starter level players. Or if you rush out and get a new promo card, it's the same difference, right? So, again, let's say a footies player. Let's just go to a random one. Moses Simon. They're all objectives and stuff like that. But if one was for sale, let's see. Is there any for sale somewhere? They're all SBCs. But let's just say she came out hours ago and someone put her at 42,000. Dude, in a couple hours, she's probably going to be discard like 10,000 price. Right? So just be patient. Right? And then that's the next thing to know. With the transfer market, be aware of the days that you're going to go buy your team. Let's say that you're not set on a team and you keep buying and selling players, especially in certain positions for rivals, for champs. You're trying to settle in. You can't find the right players for certain positions. Make sure that you're aware of the day, right? If you're preparing for rivals on Monday, right? But maybe you get sick of the players on Thursday. Remember, there's champs that weekend. Everyone who's buying players is doing so Thursday into Friday because there's all different time zones. Everyone wants a good team for champs. So if you go buy players, they're going to be at their highest cost on that Thursday, right? What you want to do is rewards come that, like I guess you would say early Thursday. Rewards come, then late Thursday going into Friday is when everyone's buying players, so their price raises. So the best way to do it for me, it's like Wednesday. For you, for some people around the world, it would be early Thursday morning, right? You want to go and purchase players in. Why? Everyone's opening their rewards from rivals, right? Wednesday into Thursday, early morning, the rewards are all being opened, so players are packing players, and naturally the value goes down. But if you wait for Friday/late Thursday, right? Total opposite. Instead of early Thursday, almost Wednesday into Thursday, you wait for Thursday into Friday or around that time. The value is going to go from the lowest to the highest. Another good time, right, to buy players, Sunday. Everybody has bought their team Friday. Okay? Everybody's selling their players on Sunday. So the market gets loaded up with players. And not a lot of people are buying because champs just got over with. So you'll see lower prices. Because most players went out and bought their team for champs, which they started playing on Friday. You got to be aware of things like this. Maybe there's a big tournament coming up. And maybe the requirement, let's just make this up. The requirement for the tournament is you have to have an all-France team. Okay? It's early on in the game, and I see that I have this Casarino. She's France international, but she's also a speed demon at the early part of the game for an all-France Cup. She is going to be a very popular pick for the right wing. Right? It's not going to be like Dembele and players like that. People are going to be able to go out and just afford those top rated players. So she's going to be considered like the type of marquee player for an All-France Cup at the beginning of the season. So you want to look at that, and if you're planning on selling her, right, wait for that time where the tournament's about to open, because they're going to let us know when events are coming, when tournaments are coming. It's a new feature they're doing so you can prepare your teams. But that also allows you to prepare to flip your cards and gain coins. Then, if you like Casarino, that's fine. Use a cheaper winger for the event or tournament. Sell her at her highest. Then, towards the end of the tournament or after it completes, then rebuy her. And now you just went from selling her for, let's say, 10,000. Let's just make it up. And buying her back for 3,000. 7,000 coin profit at the beginning of the game especially is huge. If you start doing things like that, instead of just aimlessly buying players when you want, not worrying, oh, it's only a couple thousand coins, oh, I don't care, it's just a game. And then later on, you don't have coins to get the best team, or you look at your opponents like, why do they have all these coins? Why? Because they're using their brain. Use your brain. So as you learn, rewards come out on this day. Okay, that's saturating the market. Cards are going to go down in value. Oh, it's Thursday night going into Friday. Everyone and their brothers buying their team for champs. So the prices are going to be the highest. So you don't want to buy players at that time when everyone else is. You want to be selling any players you want to get rid of. Okay? Then, if you plan accordingly, you could know. Maybe champs is coming up, and let's just make this up. Let's pick a card. Let's say Dembele. You got Dembele. You know everyone's going to want him. Okay? So, you don't sell him early in the week. You go and buy his replacement. Let's just make it up and say you buy Bonmati. You don't play her yet. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. But you don't buy Dembele yet. You get Bonmati. You put her on the bench. You keep using your Dembele. Why not while you have him? It's not like he's depreciating like a car. You keep using him. Then in comes Thursday night. Everyone's buying their teams for champs. And you know everyone wants Dembele. So you wait. You watch that price. You see when it's where you like it, where it's raised enough. Boom, you put your Dembele for sale. You then put in your backup, your Bonmati, who is much cheaper. Still a good player, maybe not Dembele. But you use her for that champs. Next thing you know, Sunday comes. Or when they end champs. Let's say it's Monday or Tuesday. They've been doing that. Whenever champs ends, you wait for it to end. You then go back and buy Dembele. If you have to get the coins, sell Bonmati now that you're done with champs. Then you'll be able to get Dembele almost certainly cheaper. If you consistently do things like this, your coins are going to continuously raise. Right? So you just got to be aware simply of dates. That's it. Knowing when rewards comes out for rivals. Knowing when champs starts. Knowing when champs ends. And then for the new gauntlets and tournaments that replace friendly cups, knowing what the squad requirements are. And then knowing, when that starts and ends. Because at the start, everyone's going to want the players to meet the requirements. But then at the end, everyone's going to sell those players. Maybe one of the players that was in the requirements that's went up in price is a player you want. Well, wait for the end of the event. Now that everyone's selling those players, the value is going to be driven down, and you can get that player much cheaper. And it's not like there aren't other affordable players that you can get in place of them for a weekend or for a couple nights of games. That's the strategy, the skill in running the transfer market, right? It's pretty simple, but people get too lazy or they just don't put in time like this to learn this stuff, right? So the last thing I wanted to go over is you have to have a leak, I guess you would say, account. And what I mean by that is this. Sorry, can't talk. What I mean by that is this. You go into X, or it could be Facebook or whatever social media. You go here and you notice Radar FC, Foot Police Leaks, and Foot Sheriff. Then there's also Foot Police Coins. So if I go into Foot Sheriff, as the game comes out, he'll have leaks. So let's just say it was Pirlo. Let's just say this is an SBC that's coming out. Let's just make it up. Or let's just say he got a new promo leak and it's a 3-player promo. I'm making this up. But Yamal, Bellingham, and Dembele are coming out. Okay. Well, let's just say you own a tradable version of the previous one of these. You own a Yamal, but you own the 87 rated. Let's just make it up again. So you own their 87. You know that this is coming out because every day, once a day, you check these leaks. All right, that's all you got to do is once a day. Then you recognize the new Yamal comes out Friday. You saw this leak on, let's say, Sunday. Well, guess what? You're going to want to put them all up for sale quickly. Because as more and more players realize this, everyone's going to put their Yamal for sale. You're probably going to miss a little bit of a dip, and that's just part of the game. But the more you stay on these leak sites, the better it will be. So you quickly put Yamal for sale, and what it does is it saves you from using them every day. Life is good. Next thing you know, you look at the value, and you're like, wow, he just halved in value, and there's a better version out, and now I'm stuck with him. Because you paid way too much to sell them for half. So make sure you check leaks. Okay? Not to mention, let's say it's the same 3-man promo, but another thing happens. Let's say you see this Dembele comes out. And you want that Dembele. You have coins saved up though, and you were about to buy another player that you don't want as much. Because you were on top of these leak sites, you recognize that if you wait just one more week instead of spending the coins, keep the player you have, keep, where you're at, be a little more patient, and boom, you can get either an SBC that you were about to do, you don't do it, you save for Dembele if he was an SBC, or you save the coins for when he comes out and you buy him from the market. Whatever it is, staying on top of these leaks will help you a ton, all right? Knowing when SBCs come out, knowing what players are coming out in the promo. Let's just say, again, we have another example, right? A 2-man promo comes out, and it's Gyökeres and Pele. And you don't have Pele as a cam, but you have another very popular cam. You know that Pele's going to be the option for that high-valued card. So your high-valued cam, let's just say it's a 99 Palmer, and he's the best up till now. Well, all of a sudden you see this Pele comes out in a few days. You know that Palmer's going to dip because everyone's going to want Pele over Palmer. So put your Palmer for sale. Okay? Then wait for collect the coins, right? Wait for him to get at his lowest and you can rebuy him if you don't plan on going for Pele. Or if you do, you sell him once you realize he's going to dip. And then you either buy Pele when he comes out or wait until you can afford him, but you use those coins from Palmer to boost you to get to the point where you can more quickly buy Pele. So you can either use them as a strategy to gain coins by selling your Palmer, right? You're making this up, even though there is a 99 rated Palmer cam card, but you sell him, this Pele comes out, Palmer dips, you buy him back. Now, all those coins you have as profit. All because you checked these leak sites, knew that Palmer was going to dip when Pele came out, sold him, used the backup for a few days, bought him back for cheaper. Boom. Make your own profit. Or like I said, you sell them, use those coins to work towards or to buy Pele. Right? It's as simple as that. So just to do a quick recap, whether you're brand new or you've been making these mistakes by not being as thorough in the transfer market, right? 1, use Footbin. Download it for your phone and your PC if you have both or whichever one you use. Utilize it. Obviously for SBCs, for your squad, building your squad, finding the best players, right? Evolutions, everything. Use this to check player prices. Check SBC prices, SBC solutions, everything. But make sure you're checking the value of all your players in Footbin. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So it's going to be a little shoddy towards the end, but that's okay. All right? Number 2, even though I just went over it, I'll say number 2. Have a leak source. Here's one, Foot Sheriff. Here's another, just because it's easy to remember. Foot Police Leaks. It's that easy. You go in, you click in, and you have all the different leaks. Including now, look, they're leaking all these teams. All these players for the new teams. Right? Or all the players that are part of these teams, obviously, that you can get an ultimate team. Number 3, never, ever quick sell. no matter what pack you have, right? No matter how low rated the cards are, either A, sell them for their lowest value, or B, take a couple seconds to check what they're worth on Footbin just to make sure you're not missing out on selling them for a little bit higher. But never quick sell, right? You're going to gain so many more coins once you stop just being lazy and quick selling every low rated card or every card you think is low rated, right? Then, number 4, strategically plan on when to buy and sell players. Like I said, pay attention what day Rivals rewards come out, what day Squad Battles rewards, Champs rewards, any type of rewards that are going to flood the market and lower value of players. Also be aware of when these events start and end, because at the start, players' prices are going to go up because everyone's buying their team. Then at the end of the event, players' prices are going to go down because the event ended. They don't need the players. They want the coins. So strategically plan to buy when events are over. So make sure you have players in the meantime, since you won't be able to buy before like the other fools. And then sell at the beginning of the events. So buy at the end, sell at the beginning. It's backwards, but that's how you gain coins. The smartest players do that, and you just have to plan by having backup players to play that week or those few days or whatever, since you're selling players at the popular times, buying them at the popular time for players to get rid of players for a lower price. So you're doing it the right way. You're not following the sheep. You're not following the herd. All these idiots buying at the beginning of events, paying the highest price, they're always broke, right? All these players at the very end, when all the players are, cheap, and they're selling them for the lowest, losing out on coins because they just lazily sell, instead of waiting. Even if they just wait maybe till Monday, Tuesday, or like I said, you do it the way I said. Sell them before the event, buy at the end of the event, right? But either way, buying it right at the beginning of the event, selling right at the end, dumbest thing you can do. Just remember that, right? So the number 5 thing I want to tell you, it's a tip, but it's also just a suggestion if you can afford it. $3 a month. My Discord will give you everything I'm talking about and more. We went over it, so I'm not going to drive it into the ground. There's a video out there with all the details if you want to check that out. But basically, the Discord that I have for $3 a month is a headquarters to help you with everything that you could possibly need. So if you look here, you would go in, you can have anything related to SBCs, solutions to the SBCs, the best ones to do, the best ones to avoid, any questions you might have, objectives, same thing, evolutions, any new promos listing the players you don't want to get, right? Players that are overpriced, best targets, players that are underpriced that you can get and make coins off of, or just get and use. Squad check if you want to make sure you have the best squad for the amount of coins you have, for the value you have, right? Tactics, scouting players, right? Highlights, helpful tips, everything. All the different modes, any questions you have there, any items that are going for high. Maybe there's a new kit that's selling for the max amount, and you can tell people, go out, purchase these consumables, kits. Now it's the best time to stack up on shadows or hunters or whatever. You go in, you read it, you listen to the tips, boom, you gain coins. All the while you're learning yourself how to properly do this, the proper schedule. As you can see, you have your daily tasks, you have your weekly tasks. Squad building check, objectives check, evolutions check. Then every week you check, is there a new promo? You make sure your squad's up to the power curve. You check your tactics, make sure you have good tactics. There's nothing that happened over the week where the meta took a huge change or some patch occurred and changed the best tactics to use. And then, of course, scouting players shows the best players. Right now, I'm putting out all of the top starter squad players. So you know who to go out for. So you don't waste your coins overspending on all the popular names that are eventually going to definitely lose their value and definitely lose you coins very quickly, to where you're going to start the game off on the wrong foot. There's a ton of options for these starter teams, and we're going to go over all the best ones for every position. So you just hit the ground running. And we do all of this throughout the entire year. So as you can see, it's a lot of work, and that's why it costs $3 a month. But to support the channel with that amount, and in return get these type of perks, these type of rewards, all this help, I mean, it's worth its weight in gold, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there. If you follow these simple tips, you will go from constantly losing coins, scratching your head going, what is going on, right? To being able to actually earn coins. Being able to actually increase the amount of coins you have. Not just by hitting the lottery and buying a, tradable top value player that you can sell, but by doing these simple things, right? Selling when the player's value is highest, buying when the player value is lowest, watching the leak sites, staying on top of that, getting rid of players before they crash. All these things, looking at the best consumables and stacking up on them and then flipping them. Maybe you buy them for $2,000, sell them for $3,500 or $3,000, and you get $500 profit, but you got 50 different consumables. So times 50 by 500, boom, you get profit. Whatever it is, if you just do these simple steps, you're on your way. And then, not to mention, if you become a Discord member for $3 a month, you get all of it handed to you. All this help I'm talking about, all these tips, it's just right in there. You go read the SBC. Oh, sell Mbappe today? Okay. Oh, buy Stanway today? Okay. Oh, wow, the third kit for Real Madrid, they just released it, because at the beginning of the game, they don't release all the third kits. Go out and stack all these kits right away. Boom, you get them all for $2,000, $3,000, and next couple of days, they're all bought, and they all sell for $5K. Boom, profit. It's all given to you. And if you don't want to buy the Discord, it's fine. Just follow these tips that I gave. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anything. Nope. I talked about 6 tips. But one of them I basically doubled up. Talking about buying when the players are at the lowest, selling when players are at the highest, not following the sheep. And then always look up the player value and double check, because they constantly change. Don't just see on Footbin it says for sale for $4,000 and sell for that. That might have been one player that was selling way too low, and if you would have just took 2 more seconds to check in game, put in the max buy, which I'll show you how to do that. Say it's Johan Cruyff. Let's say I knew he was on sale for $10 million or something. Whatever he is, let's just put it in. Let's just say that I see here, well, that was silly of me, Cruyff. I put the minimum in here. Let's just say it was $500,000. There's no one in between max 1 million, lowest 500,000. So I lower that. How about 1,000? Oh, there's Cruyff there. I was just about to sell him, right? Or sorry, I was just about to buy one. Maybe I looked up, it could be buy or sell. I was about to buy Cruyff for 25,000 because it says that was the lowest on Footbin. But then when I went and searched and put in the lowest minimum value, and just kept going lower till I saw, the card. Now I save myself from overspending by 5,000. It's the same thing for selling. it says sell them for 4,000. But then I go look on Footbin and I notice, oh, that was just one player. Mainly Cruyffs are going for 7,000. So because I took 2 extra seconds to cross-reference the value from Footbin onto the game, I just made 3,000 coins, right? So again, I clear this out to see what my Johan Cruyff's worth. Let's just go to his regular, his immortal icon. Let's see. He didn't have an immortal one. Did he have a Centurions? No. What icon card did he have? Foot birthday? Nope, didn't have a foot birthday. He did have a footies. There we go. So to see his minimum, okay, there he is. There's only X amount for sale. So I see here his minimum's 2 million. But look, there's only a few. There's some up there for 7.4 million. So let's just pretend this is what Footbin said. It said, right, to sell him for 2 million. That's what he's going for. But there was only 2 for sale. And if you look in Footbin, you notice the other one's 7.4 million. Then a couple minutes later, another 7.4. So instead of selling him for 2, I could have sold him for 7 and made 5 million more. Or the other way around. Let's say you're looking to buy Cruyff. You look in Footbin and it says 7.4 million is what Cruyff costs. Then you just go quickly, you buy him for 7.4 because Footbin said to do that. But if you would have just cross-referenced what Footbin said, right? Put the value into here, right? So it says buy for 7 million on. I'll just put 8. Whatever. Whatever, it won't let me. Oh, because of this. Minimum. 796. So here, I put 9. Nothing's there. Wait, what? Buy minimum. So I go lower. 695. Wait, what? Now I'll go higher here. 1.9. Nothing there. So now I go higher once more. 2.9. Minimum. Max buy now. I think it was 7. Let's try it. Let's just go to 8. So there we go. The buy now is 7, but I had it too low. But let's just say, let's make it up and say that I saw that I could buy him for 7 million, so I was going to go out and do it. But all I had to do, right, is go in here and then put minimum buy now. I could even put this at minimum 0. But max is the 7,000 that I had in there, right? All I would have to do is go in the game and I could see that I could have got him for 2 million. So you got to watch for that, whether you're buying or selling. Because if you bought Cruyff for 7.4 million because you didn't pay enough attention, just check quickly in the game, then you're going to be kicking yourself, right? Now, this is obviously an extremely high version. It could be buying a gold, Reece James for 5,000, but then you looked in Footbin and didn't recognize that he was dropping, and really you could have bought him for 3,000. You just rush it. Oh, 5,000, okay. You didn't do any type of research, any cross-referencing to see. And then same with selling. You look up Reece James. Oh, sold him for 5,000. But then since we're reversed, let's say, oh no, he's going way up in value. That person, when you look, just was selling low, right? Really, most Reece Jameses are for sale for 8,000. Well, that's 3,000 coins you missed out on because you didn't take 2 extra seconds, right? So I just had to elaborate on how big of a mistake you can make just by being too lazy to spend, I'm talking seconds extra. It's not like this crazy additional work. Get into good habits off the pitch, and you will maximize your chance to put the best team possible out on the pitch. Then, as you get better skill-wise, obviously it's going to help the better players you have. It's as simple as that. It's how the game operates. So keep these in mind. If you have to go over this video a few times, do it. Sorry about my voice with coaching, with kids, with everything, with daily content, daily tips, daily streaming, everything. It can get, easy to lose it. So I apologize. But like I said, if you have the ability, pay for my Discord, $2.99 a month. You'll get unprecedented help so you can reach your full potential. If you can't, follow these instructions. Do the same. Go back and watch the SBC video, the Evolutions video, and you simply put these tips and tricks, these processes into practice, and watch yourself improve on and off the pitch. It's as simple as that. If this was helpful, please smash the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to go rest my voice. Peace out. And by the way, shout out to Vortex Vision. Sorry, buddy, I didn't want to stop. I was on a roll. One extra word and I might have lost my voice, but I did. If you're still in here, want to say, what's up? Thanks for joining. Talk to you guys later. Peace.